Good evening and welcome back to the Forest of Doom. This is... After I died, I've got it back to the point... Well, just after we've left the old man's house, well, this time, we shall go east. The narrow path continues to cut its way through the tangled forest. Strange animal cries and noises echo through the trees. At last the path widens to approximately a meter across. Soon you arrive at a moss-covered wooden signpost, on top of which sits a large crow. The arms of the signpost read north and east. Just as you are deciding which ways to continue, you hear the words "Good afternoon." You look up in the direction of the voice, and see the crow looking down at you inquisitively. "Good afternoon," you reply slowly, feeling a little foolish. The crow speaks again, asking which way you are headed. You reply that you're looking for two goblins, small sinewy creatures with brown scaly skin. "1 gold piece will buy my advice," states the crow confidently. Will you check that you have the money? I have no gold. Ignore... Walking along the path you hear footsteps and arguing voices ahead of you. Do you wish to meet the owners? Yep. You draw your sword and prepare to meet the owners of the arguing voices. Two tall spindly creatures appear clad in tattered cloth, over which they wear chainmail jackets. They see you and instantly stop their argument. They are hobgoblins and draw their swords to attack you. You must fight. If you win, yep. You must fight on. Fuck. Not this again. Can I use an item or something? It's just... 'tis but a scratch. How the fuck do I use my items then? Fight on! Oh my fucking god! Oh wait, what? Oh, so... No, I'm confused. Oh. You've defeated the first hobgoblin, now you must fight the second hobgoblin. Now that was bullshit. Oh wait, what? I'm confused. Oh, because of my skill it's higher this time, I forgot. So whatever you roll, it adds it onto the skill. Oh, right. I get this more now. Wait. Fuck. Come on, get the bitch. Oh, decimated. Excellent. You win. You search through the pockets of the hobgoblins and find 3 gold pieces, a tiny brass flute, and 2 maggot-ridden biscuits. Ugh. Which will restore 1 stamina each. There is also a necklace made of mouse skulls around one of their necks. So how do I use my items? Because I feel like I should do that. Alright. To the left of the path you notice a large hole in the ground with a diameter of some meters. Walking over to the edge of the hole you see it sloping off into the depths of the earth. If you wish to walk down the hole, of course we're going to walk down the hole. As you descend into the hole you notice large amounts of slime secreted by some huge creature. If you wish to climb back out of the hole, nope, carry on. The slope is steep, and you slip on the slime, tumbling head over heels down the hole to the bottom, into a large earthen cavern. You jump to your feet, and you're alarmed to see the shiny tip of a poisonous barb on the end of a tail. Huge on the tail end of a huge stingworm coming straight at you. The stingworm is about 5 meters long and has huge yellow segments. All you care about is protecting yourself from the barb. There's no time to scramble out of your hole. You must draw your sword and fight. Oh, so this is our skill is now equal. So... fuck. Come on! How do I use my items in the battle then? Yeah, take that, you slimy bitch. You both miss. Fuck. Whoop. Alright. Whoop. One more. Fuck. Come on! One more! Whew. Thank fuck. You walk around the lifeless bulk of the worm to examine the contents of its lair. There are several skeletons, perhaps those belonging to the other unfortunate adventurers. By the side of one of them you find a leather backpack. Inside the backpack you find 4 gold pieces and a small cork bottle containing a colourless liquid. Drink it. You look at the bottle in your hand and quickly gulp down its contents. You wait several seconds for a reaction, but nothing happens. However, when you come to pick up your sword, which you put down in order to examine the backpack, a surge of confidence runs through your body. The liquid is a potion of weapon skill, which has 1 point to future dice rolls. Yep. Taking your gold, you scramble up out the open cavern to your path above and continue your journey northwards. At last, the trees begin to thin out and shafts of... I feel like, I should do that. What do these do? I feel like I should have some health. At last the trees begin to thin out and shafts of sunlight beam down through the gaps on either side of the path. As the path widens, you see a large cave entrance set a few yards back on the right. Examine the cave. Slowly, you peer into the cave and see the huge shape of an ogre walking slowly over to a wicker cage with a bowl of water in his great hand. He is dressed in animal furs and carries a stone club in his belt. There appears to be a small creature jumping around inside the cage. You may pick up a rock and throw it at him, rush an attack. That one. If you possess a glove of missile, dexterity turns to 55. If you do not, it turns to 10. You pick up a good-sized rock off the floor and take aim. You throw the rock with all your might at the ogre, but you're dismayed to see it fly past his head and crash against the far wall of the cave. You curse, but decide nevertheless to rush into the cave to attack him. That's 290. Yep. Let's do this. Oh shit. I got something that adds 1 every time though, haven't I? Yeah. Fuck. Yep. Shit. Shit. So I should be testing my luck more often. Wait. Fuck. Ah, bollocks. I'm cruelly defeated. I kinda wanna play again though. 1 second. Okay. I've restarted. Which I think is gonna happen a lot in this one. The path suddenly turns to the right and proceeds northwards into a dense undergrowth. Suddenly, off the path to your left, you hear cries for help. And if you wish to go to the aid of the person in trouble, yeah. I mean, there's no point in... I don't get playing a game like this and then, like, just running past everything. Clambering over the gnarled roots of the old trees, you head in the direction of the cries. After a few minutes, you see a man dressed in long dark robes with his foot caught in a rusted rabbit snare. His face is masked by the robes, and only his dark eyes brown eyes are visible. Do you want to help the man free from his foot from the snare? He does not look trustworthy, but I'm going to go with it. You wedge your sword between the jaws of the snare and pull it on it like a lever. The rope stranger adds his strength, and finally the snare springs open. He thanks you over and over again, and explains that he is in this forest looking for his long-lost brother, who he thinks is living the life of a hermit somewhere in the depths. Together you scramble back over the roots of the trees to the path. You ask him to accompany you north, but he politely declines, saying that he believes his brother lives to the south. You shake hands and bid each other farewell. I don't really get anything out of that. Thinking about the rogue stranger, you feel a little uncomfortable. There was something about his manner that you did not trust. You stop to take a look in your backpack, and you're annoyed to find a small bag containing your gold is missing. Oh dear, I'm so upset. Because I didn't have any gold. You're in two minds whether or not to run after the thief, but you sense he will not be where he said he was going. You curse and start off north again. We didn't have any gold, so I really don't give a shit. Walking along the twisted path, you see a small sinewy creature with brown scaly skin sitting on a log to the right of the path. He has a sullen expression on his face as he slowly tosses a black shiny rod on a leather cord back and forth between his hands. He might be one of the goblins you're looking for. Draw your sword and attack. Try to start a conversation. Oh. As you start to speak, the goblin looks up and smiles. Then he starts to metamorphose before your eyes. He becomes taller and turns green. A large shiny spiny tail extends from his back. His arms thicken and his hands grow sharp claws. His face distorts and becomes reptilian with red eyes, a wide mouth and dozens of razor-sharp teeth. He's not a goblin, but a shape changer, and you must fight. There's a lot of fighting in these woods. Yeah, I kind of got lucky with my rolls this time, because you have to roll to choose what stats you're gonna get. And I got lucky on both stamina and skills, so... And then I got really unlucky on luck. Oh, but he can fucking do that, can't he? Come on. Fuck off. Whoop. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. What? Yeah. Come on. Yep. Yeah, fuck you, shape changer. You slump onto the log, exhausted after your long battle. Sadly, the black rod was just part of the shape changer's illusion, and it exists no more. However, you notice some violet mushrooms growing behind the log. They are unfamiliar to you, but look tasty. I'm just gonna pretend that my character's a complete dimwit. When eating some of the mushrooms, you feel a great turmoil inside your body. You think you might be turning into a shape changer. Oh, that could be cool. Last, you're relieved to feel the turmoil dying down. You have not become a shape changer. You have eaten mix-up mushrooms. Your skill score now oh no. Your skill score now becomes your luck score, and your luck score becomes your skill score. Sorry? What does that mean? Oh, fuck a duck. I'm screwed now. This is why you don't eat strange things in the woods. The path continues north and you soon reach another junction. The path leads ever northwards, but at last the trees are beginning to thin out and appear less menacing as daylight streams through between them. On the right hand side of the path, you see an old oak chair covered with moss. If you have provisions and you sit in the chair and ready to rest and eat, sure. Despite being made of hard oak, the chair is surprisingly comfortable. You start to eat, but instead of feeling stronger, you feel weaker. You're sitting on a chair of life draining, which drains 4 points from your stamina score, despite having eaten a portion of your provisions. Yeah, I do. You're relieved to see that you're still alive and managed to climb slowly out of the chair and stagger northwards along the path. Basically everything here will fuck you up. The path eventually emerges from the trees onto a vast plain. Before you see rising ground leading to low hills. The waist-high grasses on either side of the path sway gently in the warm breeze. All is peaceful, and the dangers ahead seem unimportant. You're enjoying your walk, when suddenly, the silence is broken by the sound of squealing and grunting to the right of the path. You see a path being made through the grass by an unseen beast moving quickly towards you. You draw your sword in readiness. A few yards ahead of you, a large brown pig-like creature bursts onto the path and halts there. It has two long tusks protruding from a short stubby snout. Steam rises into the air from its sweating body. Its small eyes look at you before it puts its head down to charge at you. Thank you, I wasn't aware it was a wild boar. I'm so fucked. Does that mean I get better rolls though? I don't know. No. Yeah, it means I get better luck rolls. Up. Up. This skill thing has screwed me over so hard. Wait. Fuck. Wait. Take that, you stupid pig. As you draw your sword from the carcass of the wild boar, you wonder what made it attack you. In the distance you hear the sound of barking dogs. Perhaps it was being hunted and being trapped, made its last stand against you. Through the nose of the boar you see a large gold ring, which you cut loose and place in your backpack. It is worth 10 gold pieces. You gain 1 luck from your good fortune. Walking north, you soon arrive at a junction in the path. You may continue. As you walk further northwards along the plain, the grass gradually becomes shorter and the ground starts to rise gently. Ahead, you hear the roar of crashing water. Soon you reach the bank of a wide river split on 2 levels. To your right, the water is calm and slow moving, but in front of you it tumbles noisily down a waterfall to a gorge below, where the river narrows and runs quickly west over rocks and boulders. Steps lead down by the side of the waterfall to the bottom of the gorge. Although it is difficult to see where they end because of the spray thrown up, across the river you see the path heading north into the distance. A small wooden boat is tied to a post to your right, where the river is calm. I didn't read any of that. My mind is not really reading this. I'm not going to go on too long. Across the river you see the path heading north into the distance, a small wooden boat. Walk down the steps to the base of the waterfall, row the wooden boat across the river. I don't trust the boat. You walk down the slippery stone steps to the bottom of the waterfall. You look up and see a magnificent rainbow reflected in the spray. It is dark in the gorge and impossible to see through the wall of water where the steps end. Walk through the sheet of water. Back up the stone steps. Nope. You walk along the steps through the waterfall into a large cavern, where there is a pool of still water. The steps run down the side of the pool, and there is a stone table and chair on the far side. You go to the table and see fish scraps lying on it. Suddenly, you hear a noise of splashing behind you. A strange creature climbs out of the pool and advances towards you, armed with a trident. His legs are like a man's, but his face and torso resemble a large green fish with bulbous eyes. His arms are like yours, but are covered with large scales. He is a fish man. You must fight him. Oh, fuck. Uh-huh. What? What do you have to get on those then? Ah. Is it the lower you do, the better? Yay. I can't see me getting very far with this skill though. In fact, I think I don't have anything for that either. Fuck. Yeah. There is nothing of use or value in the Fishman's Cave, so you walk around to the north side wall. Steps lead back through the waterfall, and I'm thinking I should eat some of these. I'm going to struggle with the fights, aren't I? Steps lead back through the waterfall and up to the north wall of the gorge to the top. You're at the foot of some hills and you can see the path climbing up into their midst in the north. It is getting dark and night is closing in, so you decide to camp behind some rocks to the right of the path. You built a large fire and settle down to sleep with your sword by your side. You've been asleep for about an hour when the noise of a deep growling wakes you up. You stand up without making a noise and grab your sword. You wait and listen. He looks beautiful. There is a full moon in the sky and the light casts eerie shadows all around. You hear soft footsteps and sniffing followed by another low growl. Then a shape which looks like a man steps out from the shadows to your right. As he gets closer, you see that his chest, arms and face are covered with thick brown hair and long teeth protrude from his mouth. He is a werewolf. You must fight. I am not going to win this one. Oh, go on then. Am I? Fuck. Fuck. So, does it have to be under 6? I don't get it. I don't get how the luck system works. So it does have to be under 6. I'm fucked. I knew I was gonna get fucked over by that fucking skill. Yeah, but so I'm gonna leave it there for today because I'm not really reading properly now. Anyway, if you enjoy it, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Bye.